Hello and welcome to hopefully another entertaining episode of Create Simple Meals. So, a buddy of mine was going, stocking up shopping and had a bunch of extra meat. And he bought me one of them fajita meal kits that you see in the store that has the steak, the chicken, and the pork. So I'm like, what am I going to do with this? And I remember seeing this thing of this 3-layer fajita pie. So I said, at first when I first saw that recipe, I said, I'm never going to do it because I'm not going to cook all that meat. And then lo and behold, they got kits already. So we're going to cook this up, and it's basically, we're going to take a spring-form pan, and we're going to layer this in the bottom with two layers of tortilla. On top of that, we're going to put some sliced cheese. I'm using pepper jack and some grated sharp cheddar. Put another tortilla on top of that. Then we're going to add in our chicken that's going to cook off. Add on some more grated cheese. Put another tortilla on top of that. Put some sliced cheese, the pepper jack again, some more grated cheese, another tortilla on top of that. We're going to then put the El Pastor and some cheese on top of that. And you got another tortilla, and then some more sliced cheese, some more grated cheese, another tortilla on top of that, and then we're going to put the fajita steak and some more cheese, and finally another tortilla on top of that. Then we're going to brush it off with some oil. We're going to bake it for about 30 minutes. So at some point, I probably will put the recipe up on here, and I probably will before I put it on the website, but it's definitely going to go on our YouTube channel. I hope you folks like it. So let's get started. Now, I am going to tweak it a little bit because I think that's way too much meat and cheese and no vegetables. So, if you saw my bell pepper and sausage special, you know I love these things. They're already diced up. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to saute these off on the griddle back here. After that, we're going to add that in with the layers of meat just to break up all that protein. So let's go ahead and get started, folks. Let me go and put you over to I ain't used this one in a while. But put you on over to this other grill here. Other camera. So go ahead and put I already got some oil on this. And I think I'm going to put all these vegetables because I just think it's needed. The cooking me is saying add it all. Grab me a little, as always, my cumin. Season this up with just a little bit of salt and my favorite seasoning, cumin, and some garlic. And as always, folks, this show is brought to you by the Self-Employed Tax Guy and Self-Lodge Planning. So for all your individual travel needs, please hit up Self-Lodge Planning. And for all your business consultation needs, business startup, your taxes, please hit up the Self-Employed Tax Guy. Again, if you are just, if you caught this show midstream, we are now cooking off some vegetables to go in this fajita pie. Turn this heat up. And while we're letting that cook down, we might as well go ahead and get started with the first layer here. So also, get a spring-form pan, or getting this thing out of here is going to be kind of a booger. So you're going to put a tortilla in there, just lay it on in as neat as you, or fill it in as much as you can, so just crimp it down. You're not going to find tortilla shells that's the perfect size. You can get them smaller, but then they won't come up the sides. So don't worry about it. You'll see the final product. Add in 2 of these. Want to double layer these because it's going to be pretty heavy, folks. Now, on top of this, we're going to add our cheese. As you see, it's going to be a whole bunch of these in and out layers. So just go ahead, take your cheese, lay it right there on the bottom. You just want to cover it all up. And don't leave the paper in there. I think I could probably add one more into that one. All right, just go and spread them out. And then add in some grated cheese. You can use any type of grated cheese you want. I was in the store and I was debating back and forth on getting the already grated, you got the Mexican blend and the taco nacho blend. But y'all done heard me say this before. I don't like pre-grated cheese. That anti-coagulant caking stuff they put on there, it just don't set right with me. So I went on with the sharp cheddar and the pepper jack slices. Oh, you don't like pre-grated cheese? You can eat processed cheese. Hey, I said simple, not healthy. All right, now we're going to put this one right on top of that one. And we're going to put this out of our way for right now because the first thing that's going to go on that layer is some meat. And then we're going to add in some more cheese. So we're going to put this in the refrigerator for right now and get back to sauteing off these vegetables. Well, I wasn't planning on drinking and didn't turn my ice machine on, but I guess I'm going to be drinking without ice. And folks, you want to cook these down. You don't want to dry them out, but you do want to cook them down because you got a lot of layers on this dish. I'm going to go ahead and get these. Excuse the noise, but I need to go dice them up just a little bit finer. And as we can push these off to the side, let them cook for a while. We're going to let them go ahead and do their thing for a while because they ain't bothering nobody. We're going to start with the first layer. So I think I'm going to put chicken on the bottom layer. So grab me some scissors. And this is already seasoned up and marinated. Just to give you an idea, this kit runs about $12. And then with the tortillas and the cheese, even though I bought way more cheese than I need, this is a meal for about 8 people for $22. We're going to go ahead, throw these onto the griddle. And let this chicken go ahead and cook off. We're going to let that sit for a second. It don't really matter if the onions happen to dance a little bit with the chicken. You're going to put it all in anyway. It's even okay if you get some chicken on the steak layer. It's all going in the same place. But for presentation purposes, we are going to try to keep them as separate as possible. All right. I This don't need to be in my way right now. While I'm waiting on that to cook, I might as well pour me a drink. And as always, folks, this show is brought to you by the Self-Employed Tax Guy and Self-Lodge Planning. So for all of your business needs, this guy has built a tax program to help you from the ground up, helping you become successfully self-employed. So please hit up the Self-Employed Tax Guy. And for all your fraternal, church, family reunions, group travel, and or individual travel, please hit up Self-Lodge Planning. All right, so we're doing this layered fajita. As you see, I got my fajita mix already here. Already bought, already seasoned, pre-packaged up. We got some carne asada steak, some El Pastor, and we're doing the chicken off over here. As you see, over to the side here, we have our vegetables that's cooking off, and now we're finishing up this chicken. Now, if you were going to do this recipe completely from scratch and didn't want to take the cheap way out, you're looking at basically a pound of meat per meat. So 3 pounds of meat, a pound of each one of the meats. Drumline. Now, the experienced chef in me is saying that you really want to cook everything just shy of done. I mean, chicken is done at 165. You want to get it about 158. Same with the pork and the beef. I'm going to tell you why. Because it still has to go in a 300-degree oven for 30 minutes. And that's going to keep on cooking. So you don't want to dry this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and test the temperature. That's about 140, so those are going to get ready to come out soon. Test that temperature as you go along, but again, do not cook it to completion because it has to go in the oven, and my fear is it will dry out. Now, this is my first time doing this, so hopefully I can work all the kinks before it's your first time doing this as well. All right, we're going to go ahead and take this chicken out. And folks, these griddles, I'm going to tell you right now. Now, I'm not endorsed by any of them. There's quite a few griddles out there. But I highly recommend a flat top. I can't tell you how often I use this griddle. All right, so next thing, while that's cooling down, we're going to go ahead and get to the El Pastor. I'm going to go ahead and put that right on there. Spread that on out. And let that cook down. Oh, thank you. While that's cooking, folks, Uh-oh, almost knocked these over. While that's cooking, we're going to go ahead and put this layer of chicken right on down here. So put your chicken in there. And then we're going to grab some more cheese. And I think on this layer, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some of those onions and bell peppers onto this layer. Not many, but just enough. And then we'll add some more on the remaining layers. So let's go ahead. Just add them all on there. Spread that out. See, let y'all get a better shot of that. We got that all layered in there. Now, this calls for another tortilla. Where's a lot of tortillas? We're going to press this down right on top of that cheese and meat mixture. We're going to add in some more sliced cheese. This is a cardiologist's nightmare. We're going to add in some more sliced cheese. Now, you know, something just hit me. You could actually do this in like a baking sheet pan and make a whole lot more of this and just layer it out. And this would be perfect for like these football season now for Super Bowl or Sunday night games. You know, make a big casserole of this. And what you do when you're done with it, you top it off with guacamole and sour cream. To your liking. I probably won't do it because we're not going to eat all this in one sitting, so I want to be able to heat it up. But you can make a big casserole of this, like you was making a lasagna, and that would probably go well at a Super Bowl party or a football party, a fight party, any party where you got to feed a whole bunch of hungry people. I remember sometimes because what I was about to say wasn't what I should have said. But I didn't say it. All right. Add in another layer. And you see it's a lot of layers, folks. We're going to just tuck this right on down in there. Cover this up and get ready for the next go round. As we cook off this El Pastor. Put this back in the refrigerator. So just to recap, I'm gonna need some. Oh, you just pop down. Just to recap, we are doing a 3-layer fajita pie. We put down some tortilla, sliced cheese, and some grated cheese. Another tortilla on top of that. We've already put our chicken, and we added in some sauteed off onions and bell peppers. Put another layer. Now we're waiting for our El Pastor to finish. We're gonna layer that on with some more cheese and then another tortilla. Then we're going to finish off this carne asada steak. Put that as the last one. And then we're going to bake it for 30 minutes. And that will be a very, I think it's simple. And I guess because of the steps, it may not seem simple. But as you see, folks, all we're doing is throwing meat on the griddle, cooking it off, throwing it in. Throwing it on the griddle, cooking it off, throwing it in. If you were going to do it from scratch, I can tell you a brief way. You would take some chicken, season it off with some, I would say some cumin, some salt, garlic, pepper, paprika. Let that marinate with a little bit of olive oil. Let that marinate for your steak. Basically the same thing, taking out, probably don't put some citrus, maybe lemon or orange in your chicken. Wouldn't put that into your steak. Marinate that off, put it to the side. Same with your pork, marinate off, put it off to the side, and then when you're ready to cook it, throw it on the grill, and there you go. So it's not complicated at all. It is still a simple meal. It just has a lot of steps that go to it. Let's go ahead and check on this pork. And let's go and rinse off this spatula. Yeah, that's about done. Let me go ahead and grab me a bowl. And we can go ahead and take this off. I think I probably cooked them just a tad bit longer than what I wanted to. But luckily there's enough in the enough juice in that chicken and these sauteed vegetables that we should be okay with that. All right, so again, let me bring this closer into focus for y'all. Again, we're gonna layer more meat. This is definitely not for the vegetarians. And you guessed it, more cheese. Now, thought just hit me. You actually could make this vegetarian. I was just thinking you can saute you off on like maybe some what they call it, some like different vegetables, and I would use a lot of mushrooms and layer, and I would do different vegetables on each layer. I'm not gonna put the onions and bell peppers on this one, and I think you actually could make this into a vegetarian meal. I wouldn't do as many layers unless you really got a bunch of different vegetables you want to try out, but you could layer this for vegetarians. All right, folks. Now we're gonna put this. Oh wait a minute. You know what? Might as well go and get this second to last layer of sliced cheese in here. Get a zoom in for y'all. The second to last layer of sliced cheese. Hopefully that's zoomed in real close for y'all to see. And some more grated cheese. And then we're going to get to cooking off this steak. Lay that all in there. And another tortilla. Good thing we're almost done, because I'm almost done our tortillas. Layer this one on there. I'm going to tuck this down some in there just so I can have a more even top. But again, folks, do not overthink this. It's not that complicated. Just get it in there as much as you can. Now I'm going to leave this until it's ready to do that final layer. I'm going to go ahead and cover this up. Put this back in. And now we just lay this right here because it'll be done pretty quickly. And now let's get to our final meat for today. This carne asada steak or fajita mix. So again, we're going to just drop that right down on there. And I can tell you right now, I know enough about meat to know that needs some salt. I can look at it and tell. So yes, I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic and a little bit of salt to that. Maybe just a smidge of the salt and some of my favorite cumin. Mix that all together. Now with the steak, I definitely would not go too long on it. I would cook it to probably less than like you like your regular steaks, and let it finish off in the oven when you finish baking it. Grab my thermometer. Yep, that's coming out. That's already at 160. These are thin pieces of meat, folks, so gotta watch them. And actually gonna take these vegetables and we're gonna put that right on in there. Turn this hot behind griddle off. All right, folks, so now that last layer is done. And just because I feel like it, because they already out here, I'm actually gonna put some pepper jack on this one. Why? Because, well, why not? And again, don't add the paper. And this is going to be, because these layers are getting up there. But I want to get these vegetables. That's why I'm glad I put them on top. I want the vegetables more than anything at this point. Lay it as evenly as you can, folks. It's okay to get it off onto the sides, because we're going to cap this off with another, well, first we're going to put some more cheese on it. And then we're going to cap this off with another tortilla. We're going to brush this off with just a little bit of oil. You actually just spray it if you want. And I'm going to take this in the house, bake this at 300 for 30 minutes, and I will see y'all back here in about 30 minutes. Until then, remember, folks, please subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, like us on Instagram. We do have a TikTok, which under the same name, Create Simple Meals. Remember, as always, when it comes to cooking, there's absolutely only 3 rules we have. You must have passion, you must have patience, and you must be willing to practice. Please catch us on our website, and I'll see you back in 30 minutes. Hello, and welcome back. We are back from a 30-minute hiatus, and I'm hoping y'all really to remember those 3 principal rules. You must have passion, you must have patience, and you must practice. Also, as always, please remember to like us or subscribe to us on YouTube, hit the notification bell, like us on Facebook, and please follow us on Instagram. So, now we've done with our show. We've done the what was it called? The 3-layer the 3-layer fajita pie. I'm gonna tell you right now, I take breaks, I drink, so I'm kind of drunk. So, but I have my wife and my daughter here, and y'all not gonna believe this. I'm gonna say it anyway. They don't fluff me for no reason. They gonna give an honest truth. So we've already cut this thing, because what I told y'all, even if I do some stuff in the background, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. But I pre-cut it just to make sure I can get it up. Thank you, Stinks, but this is gonna need a knife. And that right there is give y'all a couple of shots. Let me show you right now. You should not be drunk and do shows.
And
but
you fired me, so I'm not even going to.
Well, I fired you for a reason. But anyway, you see Zoom over there, Stinks?
Zoom?
Yeah. Food. All right, so that's the food shot right there. This right here. And then that's a close-up. So as y'all see, that's what it looks. And I'm going to be honest. We did 30 minutes, but then my daughter came out. She was like, Dad, the alarm's going off. And it wasn't brown enough. Because we're not going to put the guacamole and sour cream on it, so we want to get darker so it'll look like this. So a little bit darker. So, here's what it is. So now, skip on that preamble. We have it right now. Now, let me give you all some parameters. Eat. Don't say nothing. Digest it, and then tell me what y'all think. All right. So, live show. And unfortunately, my family, you know how some families will just lie for you? Yeah. She will. 22 years. 22 years, she'll lie for me. Won't lie for me. All right, go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
You want me to go? We're going to let the baby go first.
She gonna let the baby go first. Now I want you to taste without the guacamole too. But
Well, let me taste it without the guacamole. I don't care for El Pastor. I'm going to put that out there right now.
I'm gonna try it too. Give me one of them forks. Mix it with
Oh my God, El Pastor.
Shut up, Ashley. I'm gonna ask you nothing. Got that one thing. Shut up.
John, cut it out. Any water? I need water. Yeah.
Not the screaming.
That's some shit we can't edit out.
We can't edit that out.
Now go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead. Okay, so your comment. What you think?
It was good. It's overkill.
Meaning?
3 meats is the overkill. You know how I feel about 3 meats. But
Well,
it's
yeah.
really good. It's really good. And we could have saved that other meat for tomorrow.
Oh,
Think Pop, what you say?
I think it is good. I wish it had more cheese. I'm glad that it has beans.
Really? I was thinking it needed beans when he was making it.
Maybe on the side, but not in it.
Oh.
Definitely not in it.
So that's funny.
That's good.
It's funny. You said you think more beans. You didn't. You need more beans. She said doesn't eat beans. You eat beans. She don't eat beans. That's kind of that's excellent. Now, me personally, I like it. I can tell you right. You tell why?
That you eat. That you like it.
Why?
Because you're eating it.
The stuff is good. Now I tell you right now. This is definitely not a. If you're gonna have this, you need to cut it half of this and actually make a meal of it. Some rice, like a what?
Make it small.
Yeah. It's a lot of food, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Me personally, I love it. I actually love it.
What are you trying to do?
Huh? I'm just eating again because I'm hungry. It's been a minute. Anyway, so it's definitely good. It is a lot of meat. So if y'all remember earlier when I said it would be great for like a Super Bowl party or fight party, in terms of mass gathering, it's good. But for a family, you gotta realize we a family. This is my family. Always somebody that just does it too much. You know what I'm saying? And then you doing too much. Okay, both of y'all, back away. So this is my family. So when I make all these meals, I'm making families for 6 and I only got 3. But I love it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely do love it. But I do think it is way too much to do for a normal family meal. This is something, this right here is something, let me bring it back in closer. Other way. This is definitely something you do for like a family of 8. Because this,
A party. A family of 8.
You do know some people actually have families of 8.
No, I'm saying, but yeah, also a party.
Yeah, I got it, but some people do a family of 8. Okay, anyway, so definitely for a large family, but it is definitely good. I love it. I love the flavors. I will at some point put some extra seasoning on there if you want to do it yourself. I bought, huh?
Really? I thought it was seasoned enough.
No, but I bought prepackaged seasons. I ain't no fly-by-night show. I got people that watch me in damn Oklahoma.
No, but I'm saying you gonna add season to this?
Yeah, but I'm saying I bought this show is in Oklahoma. It is in LA. It's some folks that watch my show in Oklahoma that may not be able to get this. I gotta give them how to do the meat.
Oh, okay. Not pre-seasoned. Okay. Homemade. Marinade.
Let me be great.
You are wonderful.
Okay. Now.
I should still wrap it up.
But she gotta work in the morning. Anyway, so definitely a good show. I'm gonna take another bite because I shit you not. And y'all know I don't eat on my show, but I actually like this. Matter of fact, can you see that on that? Can you see? You saw what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
No. I'm gonna bring that in there. Hold on. So I can actually see. That was a layer of
the peppers. That look good.
that actually.
More peppers.
Yeah.
Each layer.
That look good.
Bell peppers. I love bell peppers. And
Okay. Okay. So say it again. Say it again. Please say it again.
I like more bell peppers and onions.
So we had a debate earlier
And I wasn't in.
because the recipe that we found did not have any of the bell peppers and onions. And I'm like, it needs more vegetables. And my daughter, the resident TikToker, said, more what?
More bell peppers and onions.
That's what I'm talking about. So, as always, folks, please do not forget to follow us or subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit the notification bell so you can always get our shows. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. My daughter is working for my TikTok thing.
Tap in on TikTok.
Was it tap in on TikTok? And if you have any questions whatsoever, please email me at askme@createsimplemeals.com. And I promise you, I'll hit you on the website. There is a messenger feature. If you hit me up and I ain't doing nothing like cooking, I'll respond to it immediately. As always, please remember, when it comes to cooking, there are absolutely, positively, only 3 rules that I think that you must have. You must have a passion for this. Can't do it if you don't like it. You must have patience, because it ain't going to always come easy. And you must practice. Until next time, please check out our Facebook page, check out our YouTube, check out our Instagram, check out our...
Tap in on TikTok.
And follow us on our website, which is createsimplemeals.com. We will see you again next week for another simple meal.
Why you come in here? Come in here with us and eat. I thought it was dinner time.
Oh, I'm gonna come in. I was just, I'll be in a second, but this shit good. Like, for real.
When have you not taken it? And then you go take a picture. When have you not taken it?
Oh, yeah, I gotta take my damn pictures, huh? Can y'all take a picture? I'm tired, and I'm trying to eat. Let me turn this shit off. I'm going.